Hello! In this video we will learn how to do one of the coolest things that we can do with the RTL. This is tracking planes. We will do this tracking using a service called ADS-B. So let's learn a little bit more about it. This ADS-B service is something that it's a service where the aircraft broadcasts its position and more parameters periodically. It's mandatory. It will be mandatory in the European Union next year and also in the USA in 2020. With this service, we can know the current position of every aircraft and also its speed, altitude, ID, of course, and many other parameters. This service has two parts. One where the airplane broadcasts, this is transmits its location, speed, and so on. This is the ADS-B out. And also there is the ADS-B in, where the aircraft receives data. This data allows the crew to see the traffic around the aircraft and also to receive weather reports. Of course, we only will be able to see the ADS-B out. This is the information that the plane broadcasts. So, with this service, it's possible to see which planes are around you and also to locate them. If you want to see this service working with a worldwide point of view, please visit this website, flightradar24.com. Here you will see all the planes in the world with this service enabled, located precisely in the map. It's worth seeing it. Now let's see it working in MATLAB. The first thing that we need to do is to set up our RTL. To do so, we need to configure our device with these parameters. The most important one, or the first one, is the frequency. This service, this ADS-B, works at 1090 MHz. So we will place the center frequency at this value. We don't need to enable the automatic gain control, so we'll leave it at false. The Tanner gain at the maximum value. The sample rate at one of the maximums. It may work with a lower value, but it's okay if you have this one. The output data rate at single. Samples per frame, this number, because it's big for this purpose. And you don't need frequency correction. So let's type ADS-B example in MATLAB and see what happens. Of course, you need to have your RTL SDR plugged in an USB port. Once you have typed this ADS-B example, the MATLAB will ask you some short questions. The first one is the runtime in seconds. You can type whatever you want, but it's recommended to choose 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes of runtime. Of course, this service, the output of this service, will depend on how many planes you have around you. Perhaps you live on a rural area and there are no planes near you, so you won't be able to find any of them. But if you live on an urban city near to an airport, you will see a lot of planes. The second question is if you want to use captured signal, this is offline data, or the RTL SDR radio. Choose 2, press enter. It will start searching for the RTL, and then it will ask you which RTL. If you only have one, you press enter. And then you will be asked to launch the map or not, and also to store all this data into a log file. You can press enter on everything, and this screen will pop up. Here, in this case, we don't have many airplanes around us, or perhaps it's our antenna with a very low gain who is unable to capture all the data that the planes around us are broadcasting. But here we can see that there is one plane in the first row, where this one, and we have the latitude, the longitude, and also the altitude, the speed in knots, not in kilometers per hour, and the heading. So with this data, with the latitude and the longitude, we will be able to track this plane and see where it is. And we can see that it's more or less near from us in Madrid and in the proper map of the area, and to locate it on the proper map of the area. Of course, there are a lot of planes around us in Madrid at this time, but given that we are inside a building, we are unable only to track one of them. You can go to a window or go to an open area and try to find much more planes. Troubleshooting issues. If you can see any planes, maybe the planes are a little bit away, so you can change the antenna. But it's easier to go to an open area and try to receive something. Also, you can always check the website that I mentioned before and check if everything is okay around you. Finally, as you can see, there is a lot of info out there waiting to be received, and also very cool things waiting to be done, as we promised on the introduction of the course. In the next module, we will go one step further in this direction. We are waiting for you. Thank you very much for your attention.